Hello, I am so glad you're here with us today to hear about and to share with us in our CSA going live, our community centered, our community supported agriculture system here. Um, Things are just blowing and growing here. We've got, if you haven't seen any of our videos, we've got three new piglets. We've got a couple of chicks born. Things are growing here, blossoming, blooming. Just this past week, Charlene pickled a couple of weeks ago, actually pickled some of our first jalapenos. Best pickled jalapenos I've ever tasted, if I do say so. And we're really excited. Tilapia, we're 1 month into the tilapia, and so now we're ready to start sharing our CSA, community supported agriculture. I want to give you a little background first of all. What's going on in the world here, and what again, okay, I tell you, I'm not a doom and gloom guy. I'm just one of the guys I was talking about this with, he says, you're kind of taking on a modern day Joseph approach, and just to be ready. I see things happening, fruits and vegetables, they're already the prices are rising, starting to see some shortages. Interestingly enough, this past week, I did some work doing some surveys in a pet store, and Friskies cat food, canned cat food. I see big, huge, empty gaps where it's not. I mean, just little things like that. It's either in the supply chain or in the production chain, but there's shortages that are coming, and so that's kind of worrying. The availability of fruits and vegetables will further be exacerbated by the microchip shortage. A lot of the big farms, they have big tractors that have microchips in them, and their harvesting equipment, their farming equipment. And as those microchips wear out and they're not able to be replaced, the crops rot in the field. And inflation's at 5%. Going to 6% probably by this month's numbers, and I expect it to go even higher. It's kind of a spiraling thing. And with that, the ability of you, well, the worth of your dollars will decrease, so won't be able to buy as much. And so, for some people, that will be a very real decision, as I've said before, between making a rent payment or a mortgage payment and buying food. And those things are tough. In fact, in Macon, in Bibb County alone, this year, the latest estimates are up to 40% of the families in Bibb County will experience food insecurity of some type. And that's either not being able to get enough, or not being able to get a high quality fresh food, fruits and vegetables, not being able to get the foods they desire. At 40%, almost half of the households in Bibb County alone. It's a dire picture. It really is. And again, the bread and circuses are kind of keeping us, as Charlene was just reminding me, I used to play the game with the grandkids, watch this hand, and then get them with this hand. And so that's kind of what's going on here. We're being distracted. But so what are we to do? Well, you find guys like me, or you become a guy like me. Buckwheat Farms has started let me pull up this information here. Community supported agriculture. Community supported agriculture. It's crop sharing. Let me pull this and see if I can pull this screen over where I can read it. There we go. I just want to make sure I give you the information that I have here. It's a system that connects the producers and consumers within the food supply chain. So instead of you earning your money, which gets taxed, this is another point of the community supported agriculture. You earn your money, you bring it home, you go to Kroger, you put your stuff in a shopping cart, you pay Kroger, and there's more tax on that. And then your you come home and you have the stuff in a box, and that's the way things work now. So you're separated from that the food supply chain. You're very far separated. Well, with community supported agriculture, you actually become a partner in a farm. You would procure shares in the harvest and Buckwheat Farms, and we will be forming partnerships with other homesteads, small farm groups. We'll try to get the partnerships going so we can expand our offerings. And this, what this does is it places the producer and the consumer to share both the benefits and risks of food production. Whereas now in the current system, the farmer has all the risk, and you hear constantly of small farms going belly up. Well, this helps prevent that. And what we would do here at Buckwheat Farms is twice monthly. Shareholders will receive boxes of fruits, vegetables, grains according to seasonal availability. We'll also do some medicinal herbs. Some extra cooking herbs. We right now we've got growing. Let me pull the list here: crookneck squash, butternut squash, spaghetti squash, which we're already going to be harvesting this next week. Acorn squash, zucchini, which zucchini are coming in really good over there. The crookneck squash are really popping too. Pumpkins, cucumbers, bell peppers. Bell peppers are looking really good. We've also got jalapeno peppers with those, and I believe I put some Anaheim peppers in there as well. Tomatoes, we've got several different types of tomatoes from heirlooms like the purple tomatoes, the Cherokee purple tomatoes, to big boy, better boy tomatoes. We also have sweet potatoes. Oh, I have the best sweet potatoes. Eggplants, watermelons, cantaloupe, okra. We've got several varieties of beans and what are known as cowpeas, which are like black-eyed peas, not chickpeas, but what are the other little brown peas called? Anyway, those peas. We've also got sunflowers. We've got other edible ornamentals like nasturtium, marigold, and we're also planted right now in hazelnut. The hazelnut we may actually get a harvest this year. We've got apple, plum, mulberries, citrus, and olive trees, which I don't expect a harvest from this year, but by next spring we should be harvesting from those. Blueberries. Again, next spring we should be harvesting strawberries. I look for those shortly. I've added some ever what do they call anyway, the ones that produce all year. I can't remember the name of them now. Anyway, I've got those in and can get more, and probably will get more from my strawberry guild. Blackberries producing right now. And again, we'll be expanding these as we expand shares. The raspberry plants are fairly young. They may be producing this year. We've also got 2-year asparagus roots. They've been planted and they'll be up next spring. And then, the things that you would like, whatever you would like to do, as far as plants, we'll try to get those in. Herbs, we've got, basil. Both kinds of basil planted. We'll have different herbs that we'll offer as well. And again, open to whatever you suggest. We've also got tilapia that we're raising here for food. We've got, again, the pigs, meat pigs. We'll be selling shares in the meat pigs as well. And then we're looking to open up meat rabbits as well, and we'll be selling shares in that. And so what is the advantage of community-supported agriculture? One, that you're supporting and you're supporting a sustainable local economy business, that you know where your stuff is coming from, and there's no way short of a total disaster, which would affect everything anyway, that your supply chain is going to be broken. You're not going to be supply chain broken by a pandemic. We were pandemic proof. You could come, order your box online, pay online. we set the box out and you come pick it up, no contact. It would be simple to do that with this. So there's no interruption there whatsoever. We're not going to have any price fluctuation due to inflation. Because we're using a community exchange system as part of what we offer, and with that community exchange system would be a substantial discount, actually almost 20% off, and then really almost 50% off of the cash of the exchange, the cash part of the exchange, and that'll be explained as you decide whether or not this is what you wish to do. So, and ultimately, this is what I want to get to here, is again, why again, why? One of the other things that Buckwheat Farms will offer is we'll have a monthly newsletter, which will come out to you, which will give you recipes, hints on some of the fruits and vegetables that we have to offer. I know some of the things that we are providing, like butternut squash or spaghetti squash. People may not have ever tried them before, and so we'll present recipes for them. But Buckwheat Farms will also provide for the community as well. Our goal here is not just to be a farm for people to come and pick up food, but we want to have relationships, develop relationships with our shareholders, and share in any and all of their community outreach endeavors in any way possible. That's one of the things. Buckwheat Farms operates as what is known as sustainable permaculture, and I'll go into that tomorrow. And anyway, I'm kind of running a little long-winded here because I don't want to give away everything that I want to talk about. The bottom line is tomorrow, starting Saturday, this will be Saturday, June 26th at 3 p.m. We're going to have an open house here. It's going to be a tour of the farm. I'm going to show you, what we've got going on here, what's in place, what our plans are, what you can expect from it, and also give a brief little presentation on sustainable permaculture. So if that's what you want to know about sustainable permaculture, because ultimately that is our goal, is to try to get as many other people involved in this type of agriculture as possible. And so, and we'll be talking about that briefly, and I'll give you a little tour. We'll show you the piggies, the little piglets. Everyone wants to see them, and I'll explain to you exactly what is entailed in the community supported agriculture shares, and how to get those shares at a greatly reduced out of pocket cost to you, and get you started. Our first box we're planning it for the second week in July, second Saturday in July. The boxes will come the second and fourth Saturday of every month. We'll provide the boxes, and then at the end of the season, or often during the month, I expect that we'll have again, a good surplus, a good extra of fruits and vegetables. And if that happens, there'll be, a free grab bag to come pick up, or we'll be, whatever we don't sell here in the neighborhood to offset the farm prices as well. But all that'll be explained tomorrow. So show up 3:00 tomorrow. It's at 159 Ellis Way in Macon. Just put that in your GPS. I've got on Facebook, there is a listing under Buckwheat Farms Magic Emporium and Ballroom, our Facebook page. We have a listing there, a map. It'll show a map and a listing of the time. But we're going to be doing that every Saturday, 3 p.m. We're going to open up and give tours and that kind of thing, and explain and sign up. Right now, again, not trying to do the salesman thing, but just to let you know, realistically, we're looking at about 9 shares right now is what we probably max out at. I feel comfortable, because I don't want to overpromise what I can't provide, but we would feel comfortable with about 9 shares, and then we'll see from there. So the first 9 shares that we sell, we've only got 3 pig shares that we're selling this time, and the rabbit shares will depend on the demand. We'll see how that goes. I've got some flexibility there. So anyway, that's it. I kept it under 15 minutes, which was my goal. And tomorrow, 3 p.m., come see us. I'll be out in the yard working up until the time, and then at 3 p.m. I'll knock off and do the tour. Namaste.